Alright guys, welcome to another video. So quickly, because I know last week I was not able to post a video. I did not really trade throughout last week because um I was not feeling so I had to take my health as priority. So yes, now let's go straight into it. So for the last week of July, how did it go? Well, it was a week of losses, but yeah, if I decided to start by showing you guys the Telegram channel and how things went in the Telegram channel so that you understand that the losses haven't the week of losses, if I just show you on the chat now, it does not really tell the full story. So I plan on reviewing my whole July trade in this video, but I don't know how efficiently that will be possible. But let's see how far we can get, starting with this last week of July trades that went through. Now, this, as you can see now, this is the start of the week. I explained to everybody that I was not feeling well, so that's why I did not trade throughout the third week of July. And yeah, this was our first trade on Monday. As you can see, straight up I said SL afterwards, but that doesn't tell the full story. I mean, just look at this. The trade hit our stop loss and then went all the way to our take profit. I mean, imagine that's one of the painful parts of trading. I mean, that would have been 700 pips, and taking that one win alone for this month would have covered up all our losses and put us in profit to an extent for the month, even though it might be small, but then it's still something. So yes, going into the next day, this is on Tuesday, right? Yeah. Okay, not Tuesday, this is Wednesday. I remember Tuesday I did not take any trades. Let me just check my journal quickly. Alright, yes, that's correct. Tuesday I didn't take any trades. I was looking out for trades, but setup never came. So yes, Tuesday there was no trade. Now this is Wednesday. This trade came in on Wednesday. This was the first entry that we got. Price eventually did not, it invalidated that entry, and then we got another entry which triggered for us. So yes, this was the first entry here. This was the second one, and it triggered. It looked like everything was going well, smooth and fine until another story of stop loss. It can be such a painful and bitter thing. So yes, that was for Wednesday. Yes, so let's see if I can go to Thursday. Okay, yes. So yeah, this is what I was looking out for on Thursday. Still yourself. Price came in, triggered, and immediately went to our SL. So the painful week, if I must say. This is the highlight of the week so far that I sent to the group. 3 trades, 3 losses. One was a kiss and miss. He just kissed our stop loss and then went all the way to our TP. Assuming that one, was a success, we wouldn't have been money these two. But then it's part of the trading. So yeah, I was not supposed to trade as at Friday because I already had 3 losses for the week. So it's part of my trading rule that if I trade in a week and I have 3 losses, that's the end of the trading for the week. But I decided to observe. Although while observing, the temptation of how good the trade was looking, made me take a trade. I mean, I'm on a 6-month journey with my trading, and the first 2 months I did not want to take any trade without cash or profit. It's just basically executing, but no placing of trades. And this is the first month that just went by, July, and August is coming. I still plan on taking any live trades, just simulating and observing and making sure I'm taking records of what's going on. So that is why I was not even meant to place this trade, but looking and seeing how good the trade was looking, I got tempted and I broke the rule. If you check my journal, that is what I wrote here. See, no trading, and I had 3 losses already this week. I broke this rule and took a sale with a live account. that I deposited $5 into, because the stop loss was not observation from how this month's trade has been going and previous month as well. Anytime trade is going to go in my direction, it does not really take a lot of it does not take a lot of it does not go into my stop loss as much. So that's one of the things that helps me, know whether a trade is going to go well or not. And as you can see, yes, the trade was going well. I would have hit my TP1 and had some profit. But guess what? Because I was trying to deposit in the heat of things, as I was at the time I deposited, the trade was already triggered. Yeah, let me tell you that. By the time I deposited, the trade was already triggered. So I was in such a hurry to deposit to try and make sure I don't miss this trade. And considering I did not deposit my full stop loss, that's normally my full stop loss would have been 100 pips, but I deposited only 5 pips, $5, which would have given me 50 pips. So this particular candle that triggered the entry was the moment when I deposited. Let me just screen record on my phone quickly so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Where's the screen record? Alright, found it. Okay, so I will add this to the screen, to the video. So yes, this is my MT5. Let me just show you guys the history quickly. No, not today, custom week Friday 8 1. Alright, so yes. Okay. That's wrong. Okay, I forgot to change the month. April, July, yes, July. So 31st, yes. Alright, so this is the trade. Now, as you can see, I deposited $5 here. Deposited $5, and this was the sell at video was. And yeah, let me just see. This is it, guys. This is it here. This is it. See how this green candle here was where I was doing my deposit. This green candle, and this red was when I entered the trade. And as you can see, look at the chart now. See how little it went into my stop loss. And if I try to reduce this now into 550 pips, you see that it wouldn't have been too much of a problem. It would have actually gone in profit, and I would have taken my TP1, because that was what I was planning to eventually. Although it still looks like, from what I'm saying now, market will eventually still go all the way to the end. Yeah, this is just a quick reversal for a re-entry. Alright, so late entry was what made me have a loss on this particular Friday, even though I was not meant to trade at all. But then, it's kind of the temptation was just much. I could not just handle it. So yeah, so that's it for the last week of July and how it went. And I don't know whether I should make this another video or I should leave it as this, but I'm on a 6-month journey here, and this particular month I've not had a winning week. Okay, I've had one winning week, but it was not something much, and I will still need to correct this 300, because that live trade that I took, even though I broke the rule, I still need to make sure I journal it down exactly how it is. So let me just show you guys the week's results and maybe the month's results as well. So this is the week that July started, although that week July started on a Thursday and Friday, and that Thursday and Friday I did not take any trade. So yeah, this minus 458 is where July records actually started. Now this is going to be 0, because that trade that I took was a 300 pips take profit, so that cancels this minus 300 here, and then puts us as, leaves us with this 2 minus 450 and 200. That gives us minus 250 pips for the month of July. And yeah, it looks good and all, but then there are good sides to losing. And that is something that I have sat down. I went back to the month of June, because it was June reason that I decided to take this 6 months trading journey, to try and change my entire trading story, because it has been really, really tough. And let me just say this, let me just show you guys something quickly. Throughout the month of July, gold has been in a serious range. So to a large extent, this has contributed to the losses that I've had, because when you are in a range, you can't expect market to move as fluidly or as volatile in one direction as it normally would. This is when June started. I went back, seeing how trades were going this month. I went back to June, and I decided to just take records and see how things were, because I've backtested before, but I don't know what happened that I missed out on June, and then I'll still go back to backtest again. That's part of I wanted to make that part of this video, but I will not, you know, just to make sure this video is not too long, I will not push too much. So yes, if you can see, this is where June ended, and this is where July started. So July started in this range, that's this support and resistance range. July started, and it has been in that range, finding it hard to break through or even move in one particular direction, because even if you notice this well now, the range for July, things started here, moved here, move here, and from this downward slope, the range has been reducing. So we're reaching the it has been really a contribution to the losses I've had in the last game. It has been a contribution to the losses, and I'm trying not to be too flexible, because I know this condition is only for a season, and once the season ends, things are going to go back to the volatility and direction that we have been having. And I'm trying my best not to go into other things. The goal is to focus on one thing, one strategy. And we have to work out this period of time. So yeah, I hope I'm just like the process is so the lesson from this month is that there are good sides to it. Yes, able to use and all that, but then there are good sides to it. You don't have to now take correction, make the right moves for the upcoming month, and make sure that you're always doing something very working for you. So yes, this particular trade, although it broke my rule of not trading after 3 losses in a week, it is encouraging rather. It's an encouraging move going into the month of August. And yeah, that is how things have been. And maybe I'll make another video just to, properly break down what I've backtested and the lessons I've picked up here and there. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Do stay tuned for more, and make sure to join my Telegram channel to move with me. And yeah, let's do this together. Like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, and let's make this trading journey work out. Thank you guys.